Hey kids, welcome to Lesson 9, Looping in Random Numbers, Part 3, Adding Fish. The next high-level function we will write is DrawAllFish. A version of DrawAllFish with parameters has been provided for you to use. Do this. Read the DrawAllFish function to know how it works and what parameters it accepts. Add a loop to DrawAllFish. Place the commands already inside the function in your loop. This way, your code will move the turtle randomly around the top 360 pixels of the image and draw 15 fish of random size between 5 and 20 using DrawAllFish. This seems like a very important instruction here. I am sure we're going to call back to it in a few minutes. Once you have your loop working, try DrawAllFish with random values for its red, green, and blue parameters to get differently colored fish. It sounds like we're also going to add some random colors atop of 15 fish with different sizes between 5 and 20 all over the screen. Looks like code provided us a little image here. Well, that's very nice looking. We have some different size fish. We have some bubbles. I don't think I see any seagrass. Ours has a little, but that's okay. So looking at this image here, it looks like we're going to add some random fish all around. Theirs doesn't look to be different colors. Ours will be. And it's overall going to look pretty good. Let's take a look at our code. Here we have our call right here, DrawAllFish. If we look down, we can find the function down here, DrawAllFish. There it is. It's right above DrawAllBubbles we did in the last lesson. What it says we need to do here is add a loop, and the loop has to have 15 different fishes. So we have to loop 15 different times. We're going to take our loop in here, move our commands in here. This is going to be 15 times. This isn't done completely yet though, because on top of this, we're also going to put in some random values for red, green, and blue to get differently colored fish. So if we look at our code here, we can see we have random numbers in. We have 5 to 20, 200 to 255, and well, it looks like it's hard to see over there. That's a little hard to look at. Let's move our screen over this way to take a look here. I'll just move this down to get a little more space. Looks like we have random numbers 5 to 20, 200 to 255, 100 to 150. Not very much variation, kind of like theirs, just different kind of shades of the same color. Let's make ours a little dramatic. We're going to go 0 to 255. We're going to do this for all 3 values. That's red. Now I'm working on green, RGB. The next one is blue. This will have a random color for every time we pick it. And the last one here looks like the size. So let's just make sure that when we go down there is called the same way. Let's go down to our function here. Looking for DrawAllFish. Here we are. So it's actually size red, green, blue. Size red, green, blue. So if we come up here, we have DrawAllFish. And we really don't have one for that. Let's just actually delete this one here. Let's move these all over one. Now our parameters align with what's down there. Size should be first, red, green, blue. It has to call in the same way. Up here it says we want a random size between 5 and 20. We're going to put another random variable in here. This time it's going to be between 5 and 20, just like the instructions say. We're going to move this back up within our loop here. We just draw this down just so we could read it a little better. What it says now, when the DrawAllFish function is called, it is going to loop 15 times what's in here. It's going to move to a random number between 320 and 300. We're going to do a random number between 5 and 20. That'll be my size. And then the next three values, red, green, and blue, which is way over here, is all going to be completely random. So we should end up with something that looks pretty neat here. Let's take a look at it. Let's hit run. Oop, look at that. We got a bunch of fun little fish, all different sizes, all different colors. Every time we hit run, it looks a little different. Pretty nice to me. I think that's pretty nice. Just looking back at our code, looks like we got everything we wanted it to do. Randomly looped around 15 times, random sizes. We updated it. We put the loop within the function. Everything looks pretty similar. Let's go ahead here and hit finish and see what code.org thinks. Hey. Good job, kids. I'll see you on the next video.